I'm Kelly.
And as always, I am the incredible Eric.
Yes. Egotistical Eric.
This is the thunderous 13th episode. We have a lot of news. Remember in the early episodes where we had no news and nothing? Yeah. This week, I think this episode alone is just going to be all news.
Not exactly.
Nah, not exactly. Yeah. Most of the episode. It's going to be a long episode. So, listener, batten down the hatches. It's time to dig in.
All right. Spider-Man will appear in at least 3 more movies Sony Pictures has confirmed. It's not confirmed whether director Sam Raimi or Tobey Maguire will be coming back for the 4th installment and beyond. Actually, it's not cemented whether anybody will be coming back or if it might be even an anime or something like that they decide to do.
I think it'll be live action, and they really don't need the cast and crew from the first 3 movies. I mean, they're not necessary, despite what Kirsten Dunst has to say about that.
All right, get over it. We've already talked about that. All right, blah, blah, blah.
Some Incredible Hulk news. Incredible Hulk movie news. A lot of news, actually. Casting news in particular. Liv Tyler has signed on to be Bruce Banner's love interest. And Bruce Banner being played, of course, by the multi-talented Edward Norton.
I have to say this before you go on, though. Mm-hmm. Even though I really like Edward Norton and I like Liv Tyler, I don't really see them on the same page as being a couple in the movie.
That's true.
I think the pairing of the love interests were better just for the love interest in the first one.
Yeah, I agree.
Although I think the casting is better on this one.
I think the casting is much better than the first one, and it's about to get better because also in the role of the Abomination, who I guess is a Hulk villain, is one Tim Roth. He's the guy you get if you can't get Gary Oldman or Bill Sadler. He's the guy you go to. But, I mean, Edward Norton, Liv Tyler, Tim Roth, Eric Bana, Jennifer Connelly, Nick Nolte.
Yeah, no contest at all.
No contest. And apparently, this Hulk sequel is going to be a sequel. It's not going to be a restart. So, high hopes for that one.
I wish they wouldn't call it a sequel, though. I wish they would just call it just a regular Incredible Hulk movie.
Like the next installment.
Yeah, because the first one, it really doesn't matter. It wasn't good to begin with.
And I think I agree.
So just make it your own thing. Don't think about there was a movie beforehand.
Well, we talked about this, I don't know if it was the last episode or the episode before, how it's kind of stupid to remake a movie they just made. And I think they realized that the first movie was a mistake.
Right.
So, they're kind of, it's a mistake, but we kind of have to acknowledge that we did make it, so we're not going to totally throw that out the window.
True.
Because we don't want to look like complete idiots. And speaking of looking like complete idiots, Screen Gems is currently filming the Prom Night remake, which is due out next April. Of all the horror movies.
Is Jamie Lee Curtis going to make a cameo?
Or Leslie Nielsen's corpse? Wait a minute, he's not dead, is he? Mm. He's chilling with Abe Vigoda being like, everyone thinks we're dead. Is Abe Vigoda dead?
I don't remember.
Ooh.
I want to say no, but if he did die, then he died within the last year.
Well, I know Jamie Lee's kicking around.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm sure of.
She's not that old.
Um,
And come to think of it, Leslie Nielsen's not that old either.
well, actually, I think
Well,
he's in his 70s at least.
yeah, but
He's always
still
looked
kicking.
old,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's still got the same color hair.
I don't know if this is remake news. I kind of scanned the news article. Idiots are looking to remake a Street Fighter movie. Well,
Yes.
making another one. I don't know if it's going to be a remake of the Van Damme classic.
Yes.
And they're looking to have the movie focused on perennial favorite Chun-Li. And as Chun-Li, the producers want one Jessica Biel.
Bile. No,
Biel.
you were right. You were right the first time.
No comment. I mean, I enjoyed playing the game on the old Super Nintendo back in the day. The Jean-Claude movie really, really sucked, and I'm surprised it's not in my collection.
Well, as I said when we reviewed The Illusionist,
Yes.
I can't stand Jessica Biel.
Right.
Biel.
Biel.
Whatever the fuck her
It's-
name is.
German.
You don't care.
No.
I was saying Bile on purpose, actually.
She's your Kirsten Dunst, I think. Although she
Yeah,
hasn't
but-
said, oh, they can't make a Seventh Heaven reunion without
Okay,
me.
I don't think you were that down on Kirsten Dunst until she made that comment,
I never
which
really
you probably
liked her in the
took
first
out of
place.
context anyway.
I don't like
Get
it.
over it.
You get over it.
Anyway, I know
This
some
is-
of you guys out there probably think Jessica Biel is really hot, and that's fine. That's fine, but just so everybody knows, so I go on record, I am not a fan.
And I'm not really a fan either. I mean, there are worst. Look, this is the Elegant Eric episode again.
Elegant.
There are worse actresses or female, I don't want to say actresses, movie people, because, you know, to be an actress you gotta act, right? And
Okay.
there are worse people, like Jennifer Connelly, whatever. Also, on the note of fanboys everywhere being, you know, all hot about Jessica Biel, can you imagine those who were hot about Chun-Li in the first place? Because she's like an icon or
Oh
something.
yeah.
And
Big
just
time.
to picture Jennifer Biel, a lot of loads were lost that moment.
All right.
Yes.
You're not looking forward to the Street Fighter remake.
Yeah. Who needs
All right.
it? Let me ask you. I know that you and I go to arcades a lot.
That's right, because we're geeks.
Yeah. No. I mean,
Yeah.
judging by commercials on TV, basically, is Street Fighter even relevant in the video game industry?
Not anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, now I know I brought it up in one of our movie news games,
Mm-hmm.
but that's like making a Super Mario Brothers. Even though I think Super Mario Brothers is more prevalent right now
Well,
because
yeah.
they're continuing to release with
More
the new
games
systems. They are, you know, formatting the old games and making new games.
Right. Gotcha.
But Street Fighter, it's like,
I don't.
it's not the 90s, the early
Right.
90s
Exactly.
anymore.
Yeah. It's 2007, not 97.
God, not even 97. Try like 91.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So.
All
Burp
right.
number 2. Take a drink if you're keeping track.
Yeah, that's so attractive.
Some somewhat better news. Hammer Films. If I even need to describe what Hammer Films is to you, listener, I mean, if you're listening to this podcast and you have no idea what Hammer Films is, you need to go to your local highway, stand on the side of the road, and take a step into traffic. Hammer Films
Is the company put together by MC Hammer, right?
You know what? I know why you don't stop. I know why you don't do it. As I was saying,
Don't what? Don't do what?
don't quit. You can't quit. Do I have to explain the joke now? Never mind.
No.
European investors are interested in buying Hammer Films and resurrecting it, which, great. But the movie rights, I really didn't understand this in the article or whatever, but the movie rights to Dracula, The Mummy, and Frankenstein, maybe some other properties, are sort of in a legal, what's the word?
Limbo?
Not limbo, a danger zone.
Okay.
So I guess if they remade Blood of Dracula, they'd have to be very careful because since that came out in the 50s, I mean, how many Dracula movies have there been? You know, and they got to be real careful because then Universal can be like, hey, your Dracula's like ours, which is why the Hammer films, those movies are popular because they were different takes on Dracula and Frankenstein or whatever. Mm-hmm. So hopefully this means better DVD releases for those movies because I think those movies kind of crept under the radar when they were out on DVD. They weren't given a proper release. Mm-hmm. IMO. Some better news too. The cult classic, the 80s cult classic, The Monster Squad, is going to be released on DVD this year, January 24th. Cool. And for those that don't know, that highway is waiting for you. You got that one, but you didn't get the too legit to quit joke.
I got it.
That's just bad.
Yes.
I'll take another drink. Anywho, that's the news.
No amount of vodka and cranberry juice right now could make me laugh at your jokes.
Ouch. This is the anger fueled by alcohol. She's going to beat me now. Help. It's podcrawlers@gmail.com. Actually, 911@911.com.
Don't say that. People are probably going to
Oh! Chun-Li? On the TV screen? Hot. So, moving on. A lot of people think that the end of the world will take place in the year 2012, according to, I don't know if it's the Mayans or Aztecs or...
Yeah, it's one of those.
The Maztecs, I don't know. 2012 is the year. And
I believe it's now.
I don't know if it's now, but I know it's coming. Because you have a piece of news that is a sure sign of the apocalypse. The end days are upon us. And Kelly, tell the world why.
All right, well, Oxygen, the wonderful woman's cable channel. But, hey, I'll admit, I watch some of the movies on Oxygen, but I definitely don't watch it religiously or anything. They've renewed the wonderful Tori and Dean in Love reality show for a second season. Yeah, and they're taking Gilmore Girls off the air. That's great.
Got to make sure the bomb shelter is stocked up with fresh supplies.
I mean, seriously here.
There's no justice in the universe. No, the justice is Tori Spelling is fat now.
She had a baby.
She's fat now. Anywho, that's the news. Whether you like it or don't like it, that is what it is and was because it's in S3.
All right, chill out.
Moving on.
Okay.
You're such a fuddy-duddy.
Me?
Moving on.
I'm sure people don't want to hear burps every 2 seconds. They're listening to the freaking podcast.
I think it was about 2.5 minutes.
I don't give a crap.
I got 2 movies that I saw.
Yeah, and this is how he treats me 2 days before my birthday, by the way.
It's your birthday? We got 2 movies, like we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, that we were surprised that we liked. Shutter and Reincarnation.
I don't think we were surprised that we liked. I think it's just we weren't expecting much because we've been let down so much lately by the new releases. And honestly, especially for Reincarnation, because it was
one of
you know,
those
one of those
8 films to
films
die for.
which seems so cheesy. I thought for sure that would be stupid.
Yeah, and and I just read nothing but mediocre to bad reviews for those movies, and I thought the same thing. So, you know, what possessed me to buy 2 more? Anywho, first movie we're going to talk about is a movie called Shutter. And just to get this out of the way, yes, us silly Americans are remaking it with Joshua Jackson.
We've already talked about it a little bit.
But this is the original Thai, I think. I think it's Thai. I think it is.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
I'll take your word for it.
And it's a pretty generic concept, kind of, but it's executed very effectively for what it is.
Alright. Basically, the synopsis of Shutter: a couple begin noticing strange shadows in the pictures that they take after they flee from a hit-and-run accident. To say any more would be to definitely spoil the movie.
This is... Go ahead.
Well, just... I don't know. I mean, like we've said, it's not that they're not predictable.
Right.
Because they are predictable. I mean, come on. But, I don't know.
Well, I think had we known any more than that, it would have been more predictable. Because to give anything else away, I don't know, maybe it doesn't say much about the movie that it relies on twists, you know? But I think in this case, the twists were so integrated into the story that the story was the twist.
They worked, yeah.
Right.
They worked in that format, whereas some of the other Asian movies that we've been talking about recently, they don't work so well.
Right. Or, you know, even American movies rely on that killer twist, you know, and the movie just sucks. In this movie, the first half hour I was worried because it really was boring.
It dragged a lot.
And I just kept waiting for something to happen or it to get better, and it did eventually. So, you know, I recommend the movie, but I also recommend just to have a little patience with it.
Yeah. Yeah, don't judge it by the cover or by the first 20 to 30
Well, if you
minutes.
judge it by the cover, as we'll find out when we talk about Reincarnation, you'll think, oh, another generic Asian horror movie, you know? And you know what? If you think about it, it kind of is. But damn, there are some things in it that are just... They still creep me out when I think about them.
I think the ending, the end twist, which obviously I'm not going to spoil, but I think that's probably one of the best parts of the movie.
It's...
Without a doubt.
I'm going to go on record here and say that the image that you're referring to is probably one of my top 5 scariest images of movies, that I've ever seen. I don't know what the other 4 are, but this is definitely up there. It's just, see, just thinking about it right now just sends chills. It's just so damn creepy. And I think the director and everyone just nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is there anything else? I mean,
Not really. It's just definitely, I would recommend it.
Definite. It's Pod Crawler's thumbs up recommendation and whatnot. About the remake, though, I just hope they don't screw it up.
Well, they're going to screw it up because it's American. But they might make it decent if we don't think too hard about
or if we forget the
original.
twists, right.
I don't think we're going to forget the twists.
No. Oh, hell no. Moving on to a movie that, had we judged the movie by its cover and description, we probably still would have watched it, but we probably would expect less.
Yeah, exactly.
And this movie, the DVD release, is a lesson in false advertising. And this is from the back of the box. Indulge me for a minute. 35 years after the slaughter, a film director returns to the scene of a mass murder to recreate the gruesome killings on film. As he and his crew step foot into the now abandoned hotel, the cast members begin to see creepy visions and have nightmares. When shooting commences, the cast members begin to suffer very familiar fates, the exact fates they are to act out in the film.
Yeah, that's not it at all.
That is like a totally different movie that we did not see. First of all, I don't even think they shot the movie they were making in the movie in the hotel. They just visited the hotel.
They visited the hotel and then they
rebuilt it on
sections of it on a soundstage. Exactly.
And the only people who are caught up in this hotel massacre hooey, the film director and one of the actresses. Basically. And
then other people that have nothing to do really with the production of the movie.
Right. And, with a description like this, I expected like Hotel Ghost Massacre.
Yeah, like kind of cheesy.
Where they're picked off one by one. Like a see no evil type thing.
Exactly.
But that didn't happen. And I'm kind of glad it didn't happen because what we got was
so much better.
So much better if you don't think too hard about it. But, anywho, this is the third movie in the J. Horror Theater Project, which began with Infection and followed by Premonition. Infection being a movie I liked, but you didn't.
Right.
And Premonition being a movie that you liked and I was a little on the fence for. But this one, Reincarnation, I think is the best in the series thus far.
Definitely the best. The best overall. The best, I think, storyline. When you don't listen to what is on the back.
Don't read the back of the box.
Well, it's okay if you read the back of the box, but don't expect what it says on the back of the box to happen. Because it really doesn't have much, if anything, to do with that at all.
No, not at all. This movie is directed by the director of The Grudge and The Grudge 2. Oh, I'm sorry. Did he direct The Grudge 2?
I don't remember, honestly.
Well, I think he did. He's the guy behind The Grudge and Ju-on. And Marabito. Which, let's not even go there. Let's not go there. But this movie kind of redeems himself in my eye for that misstep in Marabito.
Alright.
Pretty much it is your standard Asian ghost movie. But there are some scenes, like with Shutter, that are, pardon my French,
really freaky.
Really freaking freaky. Yes. I don't know, there's not really anything bad about the movie. It's not boring.
No.
It's short, well, relatively short. It's 90 minutes about. But there is one kind of, not bad, but there's some silliness near the end where these spirits, I don't want to say come back because you don't know if it's all in the protagonist's head or whatever, but it just gets silly. I don't want to spoil any more, but you gotta admit it was kind of silly with the ghosts walking around the way they did, like Romero zombies.
Okay,
Spoiler.
fine. It's silly, but it works with the movie. I think it works perfectly with the movie. Because that's basically what the whole movie's about.
Oh, no, I agree. I just think it could have been done differently so that they didn't look foolish stumbling around.
I will say one of the creepiest parts of the movie, for me
I know what
at
you're going to
least,
say. Yes.
Let's just say there's a doll.
And
it's not like a Chucky doll. It's not stupid. It's not cheesy. Let me finish. It's not stupid and it's not cheesy. But it's really creepy.
I think dolls in movies, no matter if it's a horror movie or not, dolls are creepy anyway. Movies, real life, they just are. They're like little people.
Yeah, but the doll. I mean, you know how most dolls are pretty?
Yeah,
or they have, like, a purpose?
I get your point.
There's
now.
the doll dressed like a, whatever.
Like a character or
exactly.
a clown or something.
This is a doll. Was she supposed to be an Asian doll? I don't even know.
She was a creepy doll.
She was a very creepy doll.
That's all we needed to say.
And, she's of relatively large stature.
It was a big doll, it was.
I mean, granted, she was the doll of a little girl, and it's not like she was the same height as the little girl.
She wasn't to scale, but she was pretty big for what she was supposed to be. We're talking about a doll now.
Yeah.
Moving on. Other bad things.
Creepy.
It was creepy. There are some plot holes. There are some characters who disappear from the movie when, I think, had they been kept in, it could have maybe tightened things. It just seemed like some characters were just there for, not necessarily exposition, but they were just there.
Well, they were there to connect different people in the cast.
True.
And then, therefore, serve their point,
Which,
and were,
it could have been done
thrown away.
Yeah.
Which I agree. I think some of that was just unnecessary.
And there are some unanswered questions, but I think these questions should have been answered, and the main one being, why now? Why are these ghosts acting up? There seems to be, could it be because they're making a movie?
I think that's why. Because, like we said, the director of the movie, who was the one that got the film started in the first place, he actually was integral to the plot, the scary stuff plot. And so I think that is part of it, even though they never came out and said that.
I didn't want them to come out and say it, but I wanted them to give something more,
That's why you use your imagination.
Oh, Lord.
Well, you don't want to do any of that work?
Reincarnation, a definite Podcrawler's recommendation, as is Shutter.
Completely.
We finally watched 2 good Asian movies.
Well, that we're talking about.
Well, yeah. Because The Ghost of Maniac just didn't do it for me at all. Red Shoes, I guess it didn't do anything for me. I don't know what it did. And Gemini, again, whatever.
Yeah. They weren't the best.
No, definitely not.
These 2 are definitely better.
Shutter and Reincarnation, yes.
They don't seem so out there or so just completely rip off.
Right. And they're, I don't know, I think they're better made, too. Like the director knew what he was doing. Or the directors, rather. Anywho, I think that does it.
I think, personally, Shutter overall is probably a better movie. When you think about just the plot and it not being so, here's this character, and here's this character, and here's this character, and, spread out where some of the characters don't mean anything.
Right.
Well,
Shutter, I'm glad you brought that up. Shutter, the cast, there's only like 6, 7 people, and there's only 2 major people that it's focused on. So it's really economy of characters, which I dig. Reincarnation had a lot.
Like I said,
good point.
Although, I think generally Reincarnation was more pleasurable to watch. Just because it didn't have a slow start.
No, I agree. It moved. From the beginning,
exactly.
it got you. Yeah, I agree with that. But I recommend both of them.
Oh, me too.
Good double feature. That was like 6. We will be back next week, hopefully, with some talk about Spider-Man 3.
Definitely.
And, yeah.
All right. Till next time.
Or this time, but a little later.